Alright, welcome to week 4, sheet 3. Third day of week 4 already. Oh my goodness. Okay. First of all, we're going to be multiplying together some radicals and simplifying them. Remember your square numbers. 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25, 6 squared is 36, 7 squared is 49, 8 squared is 64, 9 squared is 81, 10 squared is 100. Alright, we're going to be looking for these when we do our multiplications. Alright, let's see. Here we've got square root of 6 times square root of 6. This is square root of 6 times 6, which is 36. And notice we got this negative here. We think of that as a negative 1. And over here we have a 5. So negative 1 times positive 5 is negative 5. But square root of 36, hey, that's on our list. It's just 6. So we end up with negative 5 times 6, which is simply negative 30. Let's do another one over here. Got square root of 15 times square root of 6. See, that is square root of 15 times 6, so that's, let's see, 6 times 10 is 60, 6 times 5 is 30, so that's square root of 90. We'll go over here and check. Is 90 divisible by any of the numbers on our list? Oh yeah, 9. Okay. So let's go back over here. So this would be the square root of 9 times the square root of 10. So just the same way that we multiply the two numbers together and put them under the square root bracket, and break them back apart again. And that way we get the square root of 9 out, and that's a whole number, and it happens to be 3. So this is 3 times square root of 10. And we want to double check. Is 10 divisible by anything on our list? Nope. Not divisible by anything on the list. So we are done. All right, I'll leave the other two for you to do. Let's take a look here. Finding the measure of angle B, state the relationship between the angles. And just to remind you, our different relationships are adjacent, meaning they're just next door to each other, complementary, and that means that they are they add up to 90 degrees. Supplementary, which means that they add up to 180. And by the way, all of these supplementary angles in these cases are linear pairs, which means that they make a straight line. We're actually going to use the term linear pair rather than supplementary. There are sometimes angles that are supplementary, but they're not a linear pair. So for example, if I just had, this angle here, which was, I don't know, 80 degrees, and this one here, which was, 100. These two angles would be supplementary, but not a linear pair because they're not right next to each other. And that'll come up later on. Okay. And then last, of course, we have vertical angles, which we haven't seen this week yet, but we will. Hint, hint, number 8. Okay. Vertical angles are the same measure. Okay. So let's see. These two angles here, they form a straight line, so they are a linear pair. And the measure of angle B, well, let's see, B plus 144 has to add up to 180. If this were 150, then B would be 30. But it's a little shy of that. It's actually 6 shy of 150. This is going to be 6 more than 30, making it 36 degrees. Okay. Make sure to leave the rest of these to you. I think you can handle it on your own. Let's go solve some equations. All right. Take a look here. All right. First thing we want to do with this equation is we're going to gather together any like terms. So over here on this one, I got a lot of like terms. I've got a positive 14. I've got a positive 3. And I have a negative 2. Let's see. 3 and 14 make 17. Take away 2 is 15. So really this is 3n plus 15 equals n plus 7. Now let's get all of our terms over on the same, all of our variable terms onto one side. And usually we'll do the left, but it doesn't have to be the left. People just seem to like that for some reason. So we need to get rid of this n. So we're going to subtract n from both sides. 3n, take away an n, is 2n. Nothing happens to this 15, it stays the same. This n disappeared. And we've still got the plus 7 over here. Now we want to get all of our constant terms over onto the other side. It means this 15's got to go, which means we're going to subtract 15. By the way, at this point, just regular two-step equation. Minus 15 divided by 2. So let's see. The 2n isn't affected by subtracting the 15 here. The 15, of course, goes away. And 7 minus 15, well, let's see. That would be negative 8. So it's like 7 degrees above 0. The temperature dropped 15. 7 degrees takes us down to 0. Another 8 would be the full drop of 15. So next, we need to divide by 2. So that leaves us with n equals, and negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. So let's check here. Now, I'm not going to go all the way back up here when we check our answer. I'm just going to go to this stage after we combine the like terms. Although that can be dangerous sometimes, because if you combine your like terms wrong, you could have the wrong answer and not know it if you don't go all the way back to the beginning. So it's a good job to check here. I think we did it correctly, though. 14, 15, 16, 17, 16, 15. Yep, we're good. All right. So 3 times negative 4, replacing our n, the negative 4, plus 15 equals negative 4 plus 7. So 3 times negative 4 is negative 12 plus 15 equals negative 4 plus 7 is the same as 7 minus 4, so that's 3. And negative 12 plus 15, that's the same as 15 minus 12, and that's 3. So check. We're good. All right. Let's go down and do an absolute value equation. Let's see. 6x minus 3 equals 9. So whatever's inside these absolute value brackets, this whole expression here, is going to be 9 spaces away from 0 on the number line. That's what absolute value means. So it's either going to be a positive 9 or a negative 9. So those are the only two numbers that can be 9 spaces away from 0 on the number line. So we set up an equation for each. 6x minus 3 is going to equal 9, or 6x minus 3 will equal negative 9. So one of these two things are true. So first step, and it's going to be the same step to solve both these equations because they're the same expression on the left-hand side, is going to be to add 3 to both sides. So 6x plus 3 minus 3 is just 6x, and 9 minus 3 is, plus 3, sorry, is 12. And over here, well, 6x minus 3 plus 3 is just 6x. Negative 9 plus 3, that's 9 below 0, and the temperature climbs 3 degrees. Still negative 6. Pretty cold. Next, we're going to divide by 6 on both sides. So over here, we've got 6x divided by 6 is x. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Over here, 6x divided by 6 is x. And negative 6 divided by 6 is negative 1. So let's just go check our answers real quick. And just to save space, won't require you to write it out. But it's a good idea to check it anyway, at least with the calculator. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. Absolute value of 9 is 9. Negative 1. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. Minus 3, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9. And the absolute value of negative 9 is 9. Let's do one more together. All right. Over here, 5n minus 5. Absolute value of 5n minus 5 is 55. So whatever's in here, it could be a positive 55. That'd be 55 spaces away from 0 on the number line. Or it could be a negative 55, because that would also be 55 spaces away from 0 on the number line. So either 5n minus 5 equals 55, or 5n minus 5 equals negative 55. So I'm going to solve both these equations. First step is going to be to add 5 to both sides. That 5n minus 5 plus 5 is going to be, and when I say both sides, I mean both sides of both equations, by the way. And 55 minus, or plus 5 is 60. And then over here, well, the 5n isn't affected by adding 5, but that negative 5 is, it disappears. And negative 55 plus 5, that's like it's 55 degrees below 0. The temperature goes up. So it actually rises up to negative 50, which is still pretty cold. So here, our next step is to divide by 5 on both sides. And that leaves us with n equals 12 over here. Over here it leaves us with n equals negative 10. And just to check, if n is 12, 5 times 12 is 60, minus 5 is 55, and the absolute value of 55 is 55. And over here, if n is equal to negative 10, well then 5 times negative 10 is negative 50. Take away 5 is negative 55, and the absolute value of negative 55 is 55. Right? So, I'll leave the last two up to you. Good luck.